And finally, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, one more controversy involving Indians in America is raising very difficult questions about immigration loopholes, citizenship system, and the so-called birth tourism. In our last segment, an Indian origin doctor in California is now reportedly under investigation in a controversial birth tourism case. And the story, it is reopening one of America's most politically sensitive debates, birth tourism. Ladies and gentlemen, according to reports, authorities are examining whether foreign expectant mothers were receiving organized service connected to childbirth arrangement in the United States or not. Well, let me tell you here, details remain under investigation, but the case, it has once again drawn attention to the underground industry known as birth tourism. Now, what exactly is birth tourism? It refers to foreign nationals traveling to the United States, specifically to give birth to their children. Automatically, they receive the American citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the US Constitution. The practice itself, it exists in the legal gray area. Giving birth in America is legal, but authorities became concerned when there were allegations of visa fraud, hidden financial arrangement, false declaration, or organized commercial network built around that particular process. Now, over the years, birth tourism has become a politically explosive issue in America because immigration remains deeply polarized. Critics argue that wealthy foreign nationals, they exploit loopholes in the system just to secure future advantage for their children. But supporters argue that birthright citizenship is part of America's constitutional identity and legal tradition here. The involvement of an Indian origin medical professional, that makes this case specifically sensitive because Indian communities in the US, they are generally viewed as highly educated, highly professional, and law-abiding. Stories involving alleged immigration abuse, therefore, it attracts a very different type of media. And at the very same time, this case also highlights a broader reality about global migration today. American citizenship remains one of the most desired passports in the world. In fact, families across countries, they often view it as an access to better education, stronger career opportunity, healthcare system, and long-term security for future generations. Now, that demand has created entire industries around immigration consultancy, overseas education, and visa processing, and sometimes controversial legal gray zone like birth tourism. Tonight, the story is about more than just one investigation. It reflects the growing global competition for opportunity, mobility, and citizenship itself, where passports, visas, and residency rights have increasingly become some of the world's most valuable assets.